Hey guys, what's going on? Scott here, and today I want to talk a little bit more about a term I use in a lot of trainings and tutorials, and that term is waterfall. And today I want to talk about how you can set up ListFlex to waterfall the leads to your clients, as they're coming in. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. So I just wanted to provide some clarity on that. Depending on how your ListFlex system is set up, as far as your personal needs and use, either one of these could apply to you. So first things first, we'll go to outgoing posts, and you're going to see that you have imported leads, your imported data, priority and bidding. If you're using the imported, for example, and you want to waterfall your orders, if you have a client, it could be Olive down here, or it could be just your own in-house orders for, your own personal destinations. All that you would need to do is click on the wrench over here and order in priority. You would have the order or the destination be set to 1 if that's the order that you always want to get looked at first before it looks at the other client orders. So for example, if you have one list and you're sending that list to 3 different destinations, but this first one is the one that you always want to, have it hit first, maybe the second one second, and then maybe the third one's like a catch-all that has, maybe more leniency or more volume or can take more, it'll take the rest of the leads. Like if you had daily caps, for example, set up on your destination A and B, and then C is just wide open where you just send everything else, from that list. So you have the ability to manipulate, and this applies when you're warming up ESPs or IP addresses for email marketing, or you have one list that you want to go to, just that has sensitive destinations on how many leads they can take, and you want to peel off leads to the other orders, but not exceed daily caps, and and still be able to prioritize it. The priority one is the one that we talk about the most, because in priority you have the ability to just choose, okay, this is my number one paying client. They're only taking a handful of zips or area codes or states or whatever rules they have. But if the lead comes in and matches, you always want it to go to your best client. But if they don't take it, then it drops down to position 2. If they don't take it, it drops down to position 3, and so forth. Now, the caveat being here is when you set up your list, this list is called MLM Company Work From Home Prospects. The rules that are set up on this list determine how many times the lead is sold. So if it's an exclusive lead, for example, it would only, it would wait for one person to take the lead and then it's done. If you have it set up to sell it twice, or you have advanced rules and, locking and things in place, there's different things that could come into play here. But either way, you have the ability to waterfall those leads down. Now, this is an ideal scenario for companies that are literally sitting in the middle. They're buying leads and are selling leads, but let's say they don't ever want to buy a lead that they can't sell. Well, if you're using priority, when you're bringing leads in and the list is set up as a priority, if there's no client or there's no order or there's nobody to take the lead is rejected, from that source. And the other end of the spectrum there as well, it's my offer. I want all the leads. And down here under position 5, you could have a catch-all account so that if all of the destinations that you would like to sell or send the lead to don't take the lead, it's a dupe, it's not the right geographic location, whatever the case is, no matter what, it'll hit that last order, which is going to have loose settings. It's going to be the in-house account, and it's going to accept the lead. But pretty simple, pretty straightforward. This is waterfalling your leads. You can have multiple people in a position here as well, and it'll round robin inside that position. But if you're not using priority and you're using just standard live feeds, you can do it by simply clicking on the wrench right over here. And then once you get inside the details of the order, you just choose the priority setting for that. Now, again, this applies when you have multiple orders for one specific client. Okay, so if you have different clients, they don't work together. It's prioritizing orders per client. So if you have any questions on that, just reach out to the team. Let us know. We'd be happy to help. And from there, have a great rest of the day. Thanks.